At UFC 302, Islam Makhachev made his mentor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, proud. The lightweight champion ended Dustin Poirier's third run at a title with a bravo choke in the 5th round and possibly sent the Diamond into retirement. It was a bloody 5-round classic. The champ started strong with early takedown success, but the longer the fight went, the more success Poirier had on the feet. While both men showed signs of a war, Islam only needed one shot at a submission, and he finally got it in the 5th. The win over Poirier was Makhachev's 3rd defense of the title, but with the first 2 coming against the featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski, this was his first against someone in the lightweight division, which he now wants out of. This is my dream. I want to be in the history, and people know me like double champ. This is my dream, said Makhachev after the win. If I have chance, a small chance, I will get. If you want a great legacy, you have to get 2nd belt. It's my opinion. Right now, Leon Edwards is the welterweight champion, and it's an intriguing matchup. Like Poirier, Rocky is a striking specialist, but he's a bigger man. His kicks are lethal, and he won the title by KOing the best wrestler in the division, Kamaru Usman, before beating Usman again to prove it wasn't a fluke. Leon has a fight coming up in July, a rematch with the surging Bilal Muhammad. But if he can get through that with the belt, it's certainly a fight to watch. As for Dustin, he's arguably the most accomplished UFC fighter to have never held an undisputed title. While the Diamond did claim the interim belt, he lost his first attempt at the full championship to the former champ, Khabib Nurmagomedov. He then came up short in his 2nd undisputed championship fight against the former champ, Charles Oliveira. And just this year, he lost to Justin Gaethje for the ceremonial BMF title. This is all not to mention headlining not 1 but 2 pay-per-view mega events against the biggest name in UFC history, Conor McGregor, who he beat twice by TKO. He's destined for the Hall of Fame. But at 35, with over 50 fights to his name, and being at least another 3, maybe 4 consecutive wins away from another title fight in one of, if not the most stacked division in the UFC, he's questioning his future. I was fighting to be the world champion. What else am I fighting for, Poirier asked. Just to fight for the thrill? Because I am addicted to it? No doubt. But for the money? I'm good. Me and my family are good. I don't need the money. Money is great, but my health is first. And in the co-main event, Sean Strickland's unorthodox style of striking has done it again. This time, the heavy-hitting Paulo Costa couldn't work out the former champ's janky, plodding, and overwhelming attack. And now, Strickland wants another shot at the title. Costa is usually the man pressuring with his power punching and high kicks, but like so many before him, he just couldn't find his timing against Strickland's constant jabs, teeps, and punches. One judge somehow saw it for Costa, but that's ridiculous. Strickland's tenure as the middleweight champion was short-lived after upsetting Israel Adesanya in September of 2023. Just 4 months later, Strickland's first defense of the title resulted in him losing by split decision in Toronto to the current champ, Dricus du Plessis. Strickland wasn't granted the rematch, and with DDP in negotiations to face Adesanya, Sean seems officially fed up. I got robbed in dirty Canada. I got robbed there, he said after shaking hands with a recently convicted felon. We all know I got robbed, so I'm going to sit on my ass in the gym, and I'm going to be a team player, and I'm going to wait. Islam Makhachev picked up a bonus $100,000 in the main event of UFC 302. He claimed $50K along with Dustin Poirier for their fight of the night and scored another $50K with a performance bonus. The other bonus went to Kevin Holland for his arm-snapping good time. In other UFC news that likely shouldn't be news, Dana White has announced the return of 2 legends that probably shouldn't be returning. Former interim lightweight champion Tony Ferguson, who is 40 years old, hasn't won since 2019, and is on a 7-fight losing streak. And former Strikeforce and WEC champion Nick Diaz, who is 40, on a 4-fight losing streak and hasn't won since 2011. They both will be returning for UFC on ABC 7. Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov, with Diaz facing Vicente Luque and Ferguson facing Michael Chiesa. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.